G'day, I'm Andrew Daddo, and this is Subaru's Great Australian Detour. It's a celebration of the driving holiday, which is great. And this time, we're doing it in something you think you know, but maybe not, because this is the all-new Forester. And when I say all new, I mean this is literally all new. Like, it's got all the forestery bits, you can see that, but then it's loaded with a whole stack more, and it's most definitely, unmistakably a Subaru. There's no question about that, but not as you've seen it. Now, I should say that this is an overseas pre-production model, so it might not be exactly as we're going to have it marketed here. It's petrol, so it's perfect for taking on the Australian terrain, which is challenging and beautiful, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And when we do it, I think we're going to look pretty smart. Let's get into it. There's no single way to road trip. Is that the beauty of it? Sealed roads turn to dirt. That is where the magic lies. The surprises, the moments you can't plan but never forget. At Subaru, we live for the detour, chasing the unknown, embracing the twists and turns, finding the unplanned stops along the way. You know that road that asks a whole lot more? It usually gives a whole lot back. Subaru's Great Australian Detour, your ticket to a world discovered. Ahead is one of those great detours which you could easily turn from an overnighter into a week's holiday. And whilst we're only ever getting about 4 hours from Sydney, it will feel like we're a lot further away. Great fun and great roads make up this Great Australian Detour. I probably should have grown a beard for this Great Australian Detour, because that's what this is. It's a Great Australian Detour into Man from Ironbark country. That is one of the great Banjo Paterson poems. Shave my beard and whiskers off, I'll be a man of mark. I'll go and do the Sydney toff up home in Ironbark. I love that Sydney toff. And this Sydney toff is headed to Stuart Town, Ironbark country. There's a bit to do along the way. Mushroom foraging, never done it. The bridle track, very famous, never done it. Gold, can't wait for that. And trains. This is going to be one mighty car trip. If you can get through the Blue Mountains without stopping, it's a big if. Lithgow is your first stop. Surrounded by a spectacular wilderness, too big for a country town, it's the Gateway West, and home to a historic rail adventure. So this was the main line between Sydney and Bathurst. The main line's actually 2 roads down. Between Sydney and Bathurst are the Blue Mountains. Now, they are an opportunity and a problem for something like a train, because it's very steep and very high, so they invented the zigzag railway. This is back in 1869, I think, and I lost sleep about it the other night, because I'm thinking, how did they get a train to do a big zigzag loop like that? And they didn't. So I thought I'd find someone who could tell me exactly what they did. Dan Zolfel is the CEO of Zigzag Railway. He's a train driver, steam and diesel. But is that all he is? So Dan, first of all, are you are you an enthusiast or a spotter?
I don't like to admit it. I happen to be an enthusiast, but not a train spotter.
Okay, and there's a difference, isn't there?
There is a big difference, yes.
All right, now what's the deal with the zigzag? As I said, like, I can't figure out how it do big loops, which is not actually what it did, is it?
No, so the zigzag to navigate the steep descent on the other side of the Blue Mountains was built with a series of what we call switchbacks, and that's how we turn around. Now,
was this genius at the time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some people consider it, an engineering marvel of the time. It hadn't been done a lot in the 1860s, and this was one of the first large-scale projects that connected Sydney to the west.
I know it's not running today, which is a shame, because my planning is wrong. How often does it run?
So at the moment, we run 3 days a fortnight. So we run every second Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
All right, so this is the first weekend.
Yeah, so you'll have to come back next week.
Okay, all right, good. It all adds up to a lovely preservation of our rail history. For serious rail enthusiasts, the highlight may well be the old signal box. This is pretty much the last original structure, and it was moved up from the main line to the heritage line. Everything else is gone. It's time, it's floods, it's fires, and this is literally the nerve center for making everything work. And it's all manual, these huge levers, everything has a job and it all works seamlessly. With its own personality, you can definitely understand that steam engines are very much alive. She's sleeping now, but she eats, she drinks, and she breathes. And apparently, she even likes to be tickled. Just a reminder, if you're coming for the full Zigzag Railway experience, it's every second weekend, not the first weekend. After the break, something, it doesn't matter what day it is. Maybe mushrooms or a track. Hang on. Oh, it's got to be turned on. Wait. Very good. There's some beautiful driving to be had between Sydney and Stuart Town. And the further west you go, predictably, the more beautiful it becomes. And roads like these, it's a beautiful chance to get to know the all-new Forester. And I know they always go, the all-new, but it is definitely all new and quite different to the Forester that you used to. They've zhuzhed the interior. It's beautiful. I love the leather features and also the ultra suede. Oh, there's a certain feeling to that. Something that has not changed in this new Forester is visibility. So the Forester's always been sort of famous for what you can see and how much you can see from inside the car. That has not changed at all, which is great for looking at the view and also being able to keep an eye out for wildlife and anything that's coming your way. So you're always ready, you've got access to it. As for the drive and the drivability, the classic Subaru words are definitely front of mind. So planted, steady, smooth. I mean, look, there's a stack of things to tell you about the car. Maybe the best thing is to just try it yourself. Just try it. Actually, I don't think you will believe the difference. Just out of Oberon, or Oberon, as the locals say, are quite a few state pine forests. If you know where to look, there's a stack on offer. Feel like a forage. The weather's changed, so it's pretty perfect. I thought we'd get some mushrooms. They don't just come from supermarkets, you know. They come from places like pine forests. You are allowed to take them from public land in New South Wales and Victoria. I'm not sure about the other states, so check that. And only for personal consumption. But know this, it is dangerous, properly dangerous. So if you're gonna do it with someone who knows what they're doing. So I'm meeting an Italian bloke called Diego. He's the best. You might know him on his socials as the Weedy One. Diego, you're Italian, so this mushroom and foraging, this is cultural for you, isn't it?
It is. This is the kind of thing that people, migrant family do in Australia for generations. Yeah.
Okay. And is it about the mushroom? Or is it about the hunt?
Both. And coming to the forest, speaking languages, learning new recipes is about the relationship that certain cultures have with produce.
Yeah.
In this case, mushrooms. But today we're looking for pine mushroom specific saffron mealcaps.
All right, coloured?
Orange.
Orange. I'm pretty sure I get orange mushrooms in my lawn.
Oh, you would? I wouldn't eat them though.
No.
Can you see that?
No.
Can you see this?
So it's like magic almost. It's like it's hidden and it's under.
That's right. You need to recognize the orange color under the pine needles.
Okay.
It's a bit of a treasure hunt, and people get very excited.
Right. So is that?
That's another one.
Right. So
Very good.
so it's under coming through.
That's right. The
It's an
mushrooms come from
It's an
under
emergence.
It's an emergence, come from under the ground, and there it is.
Okay, and then you just
Beautiful.
pull them out, or?
You can pull them out. I cut them.
Okay.
And there you have it. You cut them. A superior mushroom. People love it. People pay money. I saw the other day people were selling for $40 a kilo.
Wow.
This.
Wow.
So you just got what? $10? There you have it.
Wow.
Have $10. All right, so how to identify a safe mushroom to eat?
Yeah.
First of all, you need to know where you are. Mushroom grow in relationship with plants mostly, and we are in a pine forest. This is only pines, only pine mushrooms, pine related relationships happen here. Therefore, you also get the toadstools here in pine forest. They have several relationships. But here in the forest, you find something orange looking like that, gills, orange milk. Can you see that orange milky coming out of the mushroom? Let me cut it, let's have a look.
$4.
Can you see? $4. Can you see that orange milk there? That is a saffron milk cup.
Right, so that's
a few more. There you have it. Yeah, you're getting it. Yeah. So let's go and find out.
In a cottage by the woods. I can't stress how important it is to do this with an expert, for not all mushrooms are edible. There is another reason to come to a pine forest, and it's not the mushrooms, it's just to be in a pine forest. It's beautiful, first of all, and it's silent, and then it's not silent, because the trees move in the wind. It's like waves, and there's a rhythm to it. It's kind of like being in the surf, and you're in the middle of something much, much bigger than yourself, and you realise you're like this big on the speck of the earth. It's just beautiful. Oh, we'll have more after this. Stick around. I'm on the bridle track, which is famous for lots of different reasons. It was one of the first bypass roads, so if you were going from Bathurst to Hill End, you didn't have to go to Sofala anymore, so that was a real time saver. When you drive on it, you'd see lots of different things, like old mining sites, and there's rivers, and in the olden days there would have been plots of land where they were growing veggies. It's called a bridle track because there were lots of weddings. No, that's not the truth. It's because it was so skinny and so dangerous, they had to get off their horses and lead them by the bridle. By the 1900s, it became a tourist road, and then there's full history of closures and openings and washouts and erosion, and it was closed full time in 2010 and reopened in 2023. The track is a car enthusiast's dream if you're looking for something a little robust, which is why I'm really glad to be in the new Forester. The clearance, the ground clearance, is 220 mil, which is better than most of its peers. And of course we've got X mode. I don't know if we're going to use it. We're going to use it. But will we use the X mode in reverse? And that is new in this car. This is the one to have it. Oi, that would be Vic. I know that. Now I'm going to guess you're Vic.
You're right there.
How are
Andrew.
you? I'm really excited to meet you. Now, I know two things about you. You wrote the book on four-wheel driving.
I did.
That's a fact.
Yep.
And you also drove a Subaru, was it a Leone?
Yep.
In
1981.
To Cape York, or nearly to Cape York.
All the way to the Jardine River. I can't claim that we got to the top of Cape York because the Jardine River stopped us. There were no barges in those days.
Okay, so that's a car that probably shouldn't have been able to do that, and yet
we did.
You did it.
You're right. And we did a whole lot of side tracks. The Daintree River, which we had to cross. The water was like over the bonnet. We had to makeshift with snorkels and things like that.
Right,
you know,
so these are the
it
good
was
old
amazing.
days.
Good old days, mate.
Where you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm excited for you to see the new Forester.
This looks great.
Given that you've got a Subaru history,
Yep.
to see like all the new bits and how they work, and also to show us how to do some pretty tough driving on a rough track.
I reckon the Subaru taught me how to four-wheel drive. Very,
Really?
very important part of driving is your wheel placement.
Yeah.
And obviously in any vehicle, including the Subaru, wheel placement's number one. And
right.
that taught me how to four-wheel drive.
All right, and then it's got other bits that help you as well.
Yeah.
If you drive...
Can I have a go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, hop in.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yes, Dad. Righto, let's go. This will be good. Right, now, the right-hand pedal, that's your accelerator, son.
But there's only two pedals, mate. What's going on here?
That's the way. Yep, you've got it.
Geez, when I drove, mate, they were all manuals.
Yeah.
All right, let's go up round here, mate. Look at this track.
Right, now, what are we looking for? I mean, it's a track.
Yep.
You can see the wheel ruts, but are you looking for anything in particular?
It's a weird saying, but I feel where the car is.
Right.
And look, that's the same with any kind of four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
all-wheel
Well,
drive.
even though this is all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But it's symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Great system.
So you know it's
Yeah.
power's going to the right spot at the right time.
Exactly. So, you know, we've got quite a number of large rocks.
Yes.
A bit of a deep furrow in the middle of the track, or where the wheels are.
And was this the same thing for you when you were in the Leone back in the olden days?
Mate,
Same sort of vibe?
even more so.
But this must feel pretty amazing compared to that, eh?
Very, very smooth compared to my 1981 model Subaru Leone that I decided to take to Cape York. Very different, mate. Yeah.
Right. So they've got a decent little thing here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a jump up here. We might lose traction a little bit.
Radio, let's go.
All right, let's see what X-Mode does. Okay, we're gonna, a little bit of loss of traction, then we gently accelerate and it puts drive to the wheels
Yeah.
that are on the ground.
Right.
It's magic.
It is a bit magic, isn't it?
Pretty cool, mate. And it makes the vehicle really capable.
Yeah.
And this kind of vehicle is just great for people who want to do a lot of touring, you know?
I reckon what X-Mode does,
Yep.
it gives you a chance to actually go more places.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
and more and it's like
Yeah.
literally all about confidence, right?
Yeah, and it's about understanding how it works, and that's the kind of thing that we teach people in our all drive training courses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot to know.
Right.
And you are the man, Vic. I
Well,
feel a bit spoiled to have spent some time with you. After the break, we go from one legend to another, a golden legend. There is a huge history to Hill End, and it's been preserved by Parks New South Wales, who watch the place get slowly pilfered for building materials for nearby towns. And they did that in the 60s. That was 67. And thank goodness they did, because what's left is quite extraordinary. It literally just comes out of nowhere, and it's history on a stick. Now, this is a boom town, gold town, 80,000 people in the 1870s, 27 pubs, and one oyster bar. An oyster bar this far from the coast. How'd they do it back then? Now it's a place of stories. A couple of k's north of Hill End is the Tambaroora Fossicking Ground, and another chance to off-road the Forester. Give her a bit of a drink. The man on the horse is a local legend. Job is a romantic and a prospector. He fossicked for the gold of his wedding rings and makes ordinary men look, well, pretty ordinary. Yes.
Tell you what though, Andrew, that's a pretty flashy Subaru you got there, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that how many horsepower?
We got 180.
180.
And what about Girly?
She's only one,
Yeah,
obviously, but she excels actually in the four-wheel drive countries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, in all seriousness, what's our chance of finding something?
Look,
Because, you know, like,
I tell everybody mainly the same thing. Like, it's a 50-50. It's always rolling the dice when you're looking for gold down here.
yeah.
But essentially, so on my tours, pretty much 9 times out of 10, we always wash up a little bit of colour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Hopefully we get some colour today.
Yeah. There's definitely a process to follow. And is that, the golden itch I feel within me? I don't see it as a fever. I see it as a calling. It's more of a calling, you know? I'll get out of my way.
So, gold panning, pretty easy, pretty fun. 3 main steps to panning. Step number 1, when you break it all up and get it soupy, you really only need to do this once. Once you're happy, step number 2, water in the pan and give it a good shake. And that leads you into step number 3, scrape that top layer off. And that's the aim of the game.
So wash and scrape, wash and scrape. Okay, so Joe,
Yes, brother.
I do wonder.
Holy dooly, there was a decent bloody spec.
There was not.
Yeah,
you
no, I just saw it there.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you. My eyes are pretty fast with gold. Wow, look at that. 2 beautiful chunky specks, 2 bullets, and just a couple of tiny specks to go with it. So you've got a good half a dozen specks in there.
$2?
I reckon you got $2 worth. Easy, man.
Great. It's all right. I'm going to take this to Stuart Town then.
You can get off to Stuart Town, are you?
Yeah. If they got a bank up there, they can.
I don't know, but I do know that they were at some stage one of our gold rush boom towns of Australia too. So there's history just about everywhere you're going today, brother.
Okay, maybe I need to get another pan.
Gold fever.
It's real, right?
It is essentially very real.
It's a really fun drive from Hill End to Stuart Town. 2 little blips on the map, and if you're up for keeping things small, skip the Mitchell Highway and take the back roads. Marcus, you're local. I can't imagine why they would have changed such a beautiful name like Ironbark to Stuart Town. No offence to Stuart Town.
No. Look, they changed it mainly because when the railway came to town, a lot of localities were known as Ironbark. So when they opened up the rail line, they had to start changing it. So it was named after the Premier of the time, Alexander Stewart.
Oh.
So we got Stuart Town.
Okay. And
That's
then,
the story.
So for Banjo Paterson, this was his sort of stomping ground, wasn't it?
He was in the area, right around the area. Our little claim of fame is The Man from Ironbark, which is his poem. It's based on one of the guys from here in Ironbark.
Right. So is it a true story?
Oh, probably. We'll claim it.
I mean, it's a really good place to visit and sort of see what was
Absolutely.
and what still is.
Yeah.
And I know that's on a train, but gee, it sounds like one.
No, it would have been fitting.
All right, good on you, mate. Thanks very much.
No, absolutely, my pleasure.
You can still get the train to Stuart Town, by the way, but not to Lake Burrendong, a windy 15 minutes away. I'm always amazed by how much there is to see when you're not expecting much. Oh no, I mean when you don't know what to expect. Like if I said to my kids, hey, who wants to go looking for mushrooms? I don't think that'd be much excitement. But that was a highlight of this trip. As for the driving, there's beautiful climbing, soaring, just driving roads through beautiful parts of Australia, and this region has it. As for the spots that you would normally blow past, I mean, look, Hill End or Stuart Town or Oban. Now you've made the detour, now make the most of it, because those places have something to offer. And this, the new Forester, well, I stopped in at a little cleaning place and there's a young bloke cleaning his forry, and he goes, oh, is that the new forry? And I went, it is. And he goes, sick. And I reckon he's right. So why don't you leave me here while I think about Subaru's next great Australian detour. Fish are calling. See ya.